Here we go.
I definitely think that it's going to become one of those things that just happens at universities, of submitting your vaccination record.
I know of a lot of people who stayed home for first and second semester, but I think a lot of them are planning to come to campus in the fall.
A growing number of colleges around the country will require students get vaccinated before returning to campus in the fall.
That means a lot more in-person events, in-person activities and classes. Of course, masks and social distancing may still be a part of campus life, but certainly more classes will be happening inside the classroom than they have this year.
But the mandates are stirring up controversy about the legality and whether colleges can make vaccinations a condition of attendance. Will the requirements help campus return to some semblance of normal in the fall, or will there be legal setbacks? For Northeastern, a private university in Boston, the school says herd immunity is the best path to return its 18,000 undergraduates to fully in-person classes.
The magic of an undergraduate degree is that you're close to your friends and you're close to your classmates and you learn together. But that same thing that makes it so rich and interesting does allow the virus to spread.
Northeastern Administrator Michael ARMINI believes the school is on solid legal ground with the requirements.
So we're going to require the COVID-19 vaccine for the same reason that we've always required vaccinations of students, whether it's for measles or mumps or meningitis, and it's to keep the community safe.
Northeastern reopened last fall, but with frequent COVID testing, social distancing protocols, and limited in-person classes.
You never know if someone has coronavirus, so it's just like that whole issue of like, I want to meet new people, I want to get into my new college environment, but is it safe to do so yet? I'd say that was the biggest stressor of like going to college this year, which was definitely unique for our class.
CLERICUZIO is a freshman and says his experience has been anything but normal. He works part-time as an EMT, treating COVID patients up close, so he jumped at the opportunity to get vaccinated.
Definitely, like when I saw that I had an opportunity to get an appointment, I took the first available. Like there was no question in my mind.
He's even been volunteering to help get people vaccinated and appeared in a school-produced PSA.
If I could carry vaccines with me, I'd just walk around giving them to people. It's that easy.
Like many of the other schools mandating the vaccine, Northeastern says it will allow for medical and religious exemptions. But ARMINI says that making this announcement early will allow vaccine-hesitant students to make other plans because they won't be allowed on campus.
I mean, we hope it doesn't come to that. We hope that over the summer, anyone who may have some vaccine hesitancy, that sort of dissipates over time. One thing that we always find with students is that peer-to-peer is very powerful. So if their friends are being vaccinated and they're enthusiastic about it, that helps a lot.
Other colleges are hoping they can reach herd immunity without a mandate. Texas A&M and Virginia Tech believe the requirements conflict with federal law because the FDA has only allowed the emergency use of the vaccines.
I think a lot of it's just becoming very politically charged, this debate around vaccine passports. By getting a vaccine, you're allowed to do certain things, and by not getting it, you're left out of those things. So places like Florida, Arizona, Texas, Utah specifically says that public higher ed institutions are not allowed to require vaccination of students, faculty, and staff in order to be on campus.
The country's largest university systems, the University of California and California State University, recently announced they intend to require vaccinations for the more than 1 million students and faculty, but say the timing of a more formal mandate will depend on when the FDA gives full authorization to one or more of the vaccines. It could come before or after classes start. Many schools aren't wasting any time. They've launched vaccination blitzes and public health campaigns to get students immunized before they leave for the summer.
Protecting the path, we're all getting tested regularly, making sure to fill out our daily wellness checks.
Last week, Cornell University in Ithaca, New York, held a pop-up vaccination event on campus that provided Moderna shots to students. The school says that nearly 50% of the current on-campus population is already vaccinated. Senior JADE OVADIA says she's relieved to see more and more of her classmates vaccinated.
So I'm fully vaccinated, as are many of the Cornell students. Everybody is very eager to get vaccinated. College life, you only get to have it really once in your life. And, COVID-19 kind of interrupted that for us. And these are years that we don't really get back. So I think we're all just really eager and willing to take whatever actions that will help us be able to return back to that experience.